Hello everyone. Today we're looking at my squirrel in Unreal Engine, and we're in a map where it shows basically all the animations. If we play this map, we can see all the different individual animations: running, sniffing, dying, climbing, falling, jumping, running, walking, everything you would need for a game. And if we get out of this, we can look at the folders underneath. We'll look at an animation in a minute and blueprints in a minute. We have two maps here. This is one map that we're looking at. And then we have an AI map that we'll look at in a minute. We have one material that comes with this squirrel, PBR material. Here's the mesh and the physics item. We can take a quick look at the physics here. And if I simulate, he'll collapse like that, and then I can pick him up and toss him around. It's kind of cool looking at the physics. And we have the skeleton. And we have PBR textures, base color, normal, and roughness. I think all at 2K. And now we can jump into the other map here. Well, before we do that, let's jump into the animation. We can take a quick look at the animation. This is a blend space that we're using for the AI system for the squirrel. So here's the climbing animation, or the climb animation, where he's holding onto a tree. Here's climbing, where he's climbing up a tree. Then we have the dead animation, a drinking animation, dying animation, eating animation. And we have falling, idle to sit, a transitional animation, idle to stand, another transitional animation, an idle animation, there's idle 2 where he's kind of sniffing, idle 3, idle 4, idle 5. We have a jumping animation. Oops. Then we have a jump loop if you want to combine animations together to form the jump. We have a jump scare. Now we have a landing animation and then a pre-jump animation. So you could combine those together to make a decent jump. There's a running animation, running with root motion. This is another transition, sit to idle. There we have sitting, sit 2, where he kind of looks around. Sit 3, sits a little bit lower. Then we have a standing, stand 1, stand 2, stand 3, and stand 4. Then we have another transition, stand to idle, turning left with root motion, turning right with root motion. Then we have the walking animation, walking with root motion, then walk, sniff. So he walks and sniffs the ground, and then walk, sniff with root motion. Now we can get out of this and go into the maps again. So we're in this AI map. I can play this, and this is like a basic AI system that I'm including with all of my animals as soon as I can implement all this. So the squirrel has a basic AI, and it will roam around randomly. And if its health gets below a certain point, or its hunger gets below a certain point, then he'll walk more slowly, sniffing around, sniffing for nuts and whatnot. And if he gets really hungry, then he'll stop and just start eating. If they get too close to another squirrel, he'll jump and be startled and then run away. And you can actually startle them too. They're a bit interactive. So that one got startled. Watch this one. Yep, that one got startled, and now he's running away. And you can also bump them and kill them. So bump into them, and then you can kill them, and then they'll revive in a little bit. So that's a basic look at their AI system. We can take a little bit of a quick look at their blueprints. So this is the animation blueprint, where it has all the different animations for the squirrel and all of their transitions and how they transition into different animations. So you can use this if you want to code your own squirrel. You can just use the animation blueprint. And then if we look at the AI system, the squirrel blueprint, we have a bunch of different logic here. Decide, it drains hunger and drains energy. Then it regains hunger and regains energy. It tells the squirrel to roam around. It tells it when to run away. And then it will revive it when it's dead. We have a little bit of logic that goes with deciding things. Then we have resting, what it does when it rests, what it does when it eats, how it does damage. Detection has to do with sight, whether it sees something or not. And then we have a hit check if you actually hit the animal. If we look on the left side here, the most important thing is number one, the AI perception. So you can go into, if we stop this, you can go into the AI perception. It only has one sense right now, sight. And then we can change how far it can see something. And at the very top, if you click on the squirrel blueprint self one, you have all the different settings that you could change to alter things with its AI, like how far it can walk or roam around, how far does it go when it runs away, things like that, the walk speed, the run speed, things. Not all of, most of these you probably don't want to change, but they're there if you do want to. Let's see. But I think that's a look at my squirrel in Unreal Engine. Have a good one, everyone.